Hello, everybody, and as promised, we're back with the second game of this 4th of July doubleheader in New York. We got the Tigers taking on the Yankees in game number 2. Tigers made some changes here in the batting order. And for game number 2, we got leading off playing shortstop Dick McCullough. Batting second playing center field is Al Kaline. Batting third playing left field is Charlie Maxwell. Batting fourth playing right field is Rocky Colavito. Batting fifth playing first base is Norm Cash. Batting sixth playing third base is Steve Burris. Batting seventh and playing second base is Jake Wood. Batting eighth doing the catching is Mike Rourke. And batting ninth on the mound for the Tigers is Frank LARY. And for your New York Yankees hometown, game number 2, they made a few changes here also in their lineup. They got Bobby Richards leading off playing second. Tony Kubek batting second playing shortstop. Batting third playing right field is Roger Maris. Batting fourth playing center field is, we want to change this here. Sorry about that. Batting fourth playing center field is Mickey Mantle. Batting fifth playing first base is Bill Schuyler. Batting sixth playing left field is Yogi Berra. Batting seventh and doing the catching is Johnny Blanchard. Batting eighth playing third base is Clint Boyer. And batting ninth on the mound for the Yankees is Bob Turley. Let's see if we're going to have some more fireworks on the field like we did in game 1, folks. Let's get down to Yankees Stadium and get this game started. Hey, Tim, here again's right. Yep. Yeah, the Braves struggled for sure against the Dodgers with Koufax. Alrighty, here's the first pitch from Bob Turley. And that's going to be a ball hit down the short. Kubek muffs it, not the way the Yankees wanted to start this second game with an E6. Dick McLeaf gets down to first base on an error. So the Yankees should be helping Bob out, Manny, here. It brings up Al Kaline now with nobody out. And that's going to be a base hit in the center field. McLeaf will stop at second. So just like that, it's first and second and nobody out here for the Tigers. That brings up Maxwell. And that ball is hit down to short. Kubek's up with it. He fires over to Bobby, who fires over to Moose, and that's a 6-4-3 double play. And that is pitcher's best friend. Dick will head down the third, but there's 2 outs now, folks, for Rocky Colavito. And can the Yankees get out of this first and second, nobody out with no run scoring? Here's the pitch to Rocky. And that's a fly ball in the right field. Bob pitches around the error and the walk, and the single, rather. And that is it. They leave McLeaf down at third. We go to the bottom of the first. It's Tigers nothing. Yankees due up. We got Richardson, Kubek, and Maris due up here against LARY. Let's see what they can do against Frank. And that's going to be a swing and a miss strike 3 on Bobby. 1 down here in the first. See if Tony can get on board here for the M&M boys. And that ball is going to be hit down the second. Jake Wood's got it. He fires over to Norm Cash, and that's a quick 2 outs. If you watched the first game, you know what kind of fireworks Roger hit off in this one. See if he can keep it up here in game number 2. And he sure does, folks. He drives that ball in the gap. That ball is deep. That ball is back off the wall. Roger just missed the lead-off home run here in the first. Roger standing down in second for Mick. See if Mick can drive him in and give the Yankees a quick 1-0 lead here, folks. He says 1-0. That ball is back. That ball is hit in the deep center field. Al Kaline's at the monument standing beside Babe Ruth, and they're just watching this one go, folks. That's a no-doubter. And that is Mick's 27th home run of the year, folks. And again, the Yankees with fireworks in the first take a 2-0 lead here. And that brings up the smooth scouring with nobody on and 2 outs. And that's going to be a ball hit down the first. Norm Cash has got it. He tosses it over to Frank Covering. But the Yankees scored 2 on the man on home run, folks. And we go to the second inning. It's 2-0 Yanks. Awesome's right. These Yanks are lighting it up against the Tigers. Cash, Burris, and Wood do up here for the Tigers. Here's the pitch, the Norm. And that's going to be a hit by pitch. What's Turley doing here? That's the second hit batter of this series. Tigers ain't very happy. Again, I don't think it was done on purpose, but still, that's 2 Tigers hit. He's going to end up getting Mick or Maris hurt here. And you just put the damn tying run at the plate. Here's the pitch to Steve Burris. And that's going to be hit back to the mound. And he's going to spin and fire down the second. Quebec's down there. And that's out number 1. That puts Steve Burris down at first now. There's 1 out for Jake Wood. Here's the pitch to Wood. And just what the doctor ordered, that ball is hit down the short. Quebec up with it over the Richardson, over to Scouring. 6-4-3 inning double play, folks. And we go to the bottom of the second. Tigers nothing, Yankees 2. We got Vera, Blanchard, and Boyer. We got the killer bees up, folks. First one is Vera. Yogi lifts this ball in the left field. Maxwell has him played near the line, and he makes the catch. 1 out. Here's Johnny. And Blanchard swings and misses, strike 3. 2 quick outs here by the killer bees. That brings up Clint Boyer. Can he be the one that stings Frank? No, because he hits that ball in the shallow left field. Maxwell comes in on it, makes the catch. 1, 2, 3 goes the Yanks in the second. We go to the top of the third. We got the bottom part of the order due up here for the Tigers' work. LARY and McLeaf here. So here's the pitch to Mike. And that ball is hit down the third. Boyer's up with it, fires it over to first. 1 out. Here's Frank LARY. Let's see what he can do. Can he help his own calls out? He sure does, folks, because that's a base on balls. Not what you want if you're Bob Turley walking the pitcher. And brings up Dick here. He reached on an error his first time up. Here's the pitch. And that ball is lifted in the left field. And Yogi in the gap makes the catch for the second out of the inning. And that brings up Al Kaline. Got to be careful with Al here to tie this game up in a heartbeat. He hits that ball down to Boyer. Boyer's going to fire over to first and get Kaline, and that ends the inning. So the walk doesn't cost them. We go to the third. Detroit Tigers nothing. New York Yankees 3. Turley, and then the top of the order, and Richardson and Quebec here for the Yanks. Here's the pitch to Bob. Can he help his own cause? No, he grounds that ball down the third. Steve Burris is up with it, fires over to Cash. Quick 1 out. Here's Richardson now. Bobby's 0 for 1, struck out his first time up. And that ball is hit down the, I think, back to the mound, ain't it? Yeah, back to the mound. And Frank's got it, throws over the first. And that's your second out. Brings up Tony Quebec now. Tony's 0 for 1, grounded out the second his first time up. And that is lifted in the center field. Al Kaline takes a few steps to his right, makes the catch, and that ends the inning. 1, 2, 3 goes the Yanks. We go to the fourth. Yankees still got a 2-run lead here. We got Maxwell, Colavito, and Cash up. Here's the pitch to Maxwell. He is 0 for 1, grounding into that double play his first time up. And that's ball 4 to Maxwell. Bob's playing with fire here, walking these guys. Tigers got a good lineup. Here's the pitch to Rocky. Hopefully they can get a ground ball here and get a double play out of Rock. And nope, that is ball 4 on Colavito. And just like that, Bob's walked tying runs on. The go-ahead run comes to the plate. And Norm Cash, again, the Yankees looking to turn 2 here. And again, ball 4. Bob Turley has walked the bases loaded in the 4th inning, folks, with no outs. And that'll get the bullpen up for sure now. They go out and talk to Bob. They got Ralph Terry up in the bullpen. And the Yankees are going to bring the infield in here. They don't think they can double up Boris. So here's the pitch. Bases loaded. That ball is hit into center field. Mick comes charging in. It's shallow. He makes the catch. And nobody tags up on Mick's arm. So that's 1 out here now. And Jake Woods is up. Again, the Yankees going to keep that infield in against Jake. And that's a swing and a miss, strike 3. That's a big strikeout, folks. Sure. Yeah, Boyer has been busy. You're right, Tim. So now there's 2 outs and Mickey Rourke's up. Let's see what they can do here. Can they get out of this? Yes, they do, I think. No, they don't. Unbelievable. Turley has just walked in the run. He has walked 4 batters this inning, folks. The Tigers score a run and don't even get a base hit and cut the lead down to 2-1. Unbelievable. Here comes Frank up now. See if he can get his counterpart out. And that's a swing and a miss, strike 3. But Bob walks 4 batters, folks. And the Tigers cut the lead to 2-1 and don't get a hit. Unbelievable. We go to the bottom of the 4th. It's 2-1 Yanks. We got the big boys up here against Frank. Maris, Mano, and Scourin. Let's see if they can get that run back here. Here's the pitch to Roger. And that ball is lifted in the right field. Colavito takes a few steps back, makes the catch, 1 out. Here comes Mick. He has that 2-run homer in the 1st inning here. See what he does this time, folks. And that's going to be a fly ball in the deep center field. At K-line going back again, back in the monuments. This time he makes the catch. Mick just missed his 2nd home run of the game, folks. Here brings up the Moose. He's grounded out his first time up. And that ball is popped up in the infield. No, it's not. Swung on and missed. Yankees go down 1-2-3. We go to the top of the 5th. It's 2-1 Yankees. Got the top of the order due up here. McLeaf, K-line, and Maxwell against Bob. Here's the pitch to Dick. And that's going to be a base hit in the left field. 1 on here, nobody out. Here comes Al K-line up now. And that ball's hit in the center field. Mick in the gap in left field makes the catch, out number 1. And that'll bring up Charlie Maxwell. Charlie's 0 for 1. He walked and scored and hit into a double play his other time up. And that ball is hit back to the mound. And he'll throw down the 2nd with Quebec covering. And that'll be out number 2. That puts Maxwell down at 1st now. They get the lead runner. Brings up Rocky Colavito. And he flies out to right field. Roger in the gap out there makes the catch. And the Yankees due up now in the 5th, leading by 1. We got Blanchard and Boyer due up again. He got through the killer bees the first time. Let's see if they can sting him this time. Here's the pitch to Yogi. And Yogi stings him. He squares this one up, folks. And that ball is driven in the gap in right field off the wall. K-line comes over and gets it. And Yogi's down at 2nd. with a double here. See if they can score some runs this inning here with the Killer Bees. That brings up Johnny Blanchard. He struck out his first time up. And that ball's hit down the short. He'll throw over to first. Yogi will get down the third. So at least it was a productive out. So we got Yogi down at third with one out. And they're thinking about walking Boyer and setting up the double play with Turley. And that's what they're going to do. They're going to walk Clint Boyer. They're going to try to set up the double play here. So Boyer gets an intentional walk. And the Yankees are going to counter with that, folks. They're going to pitch hit for Bob Turley. Bob went 5 innings, gave up 1 run, but he was walking a lot. So they're going to go with a pitch hitter here against LARY. See who's going to come out here and pitch hit. They're going to have Lopez come out and pitch hit. They're trying to stay out of the double play here. So we'll see how this works. Even though it's a righty. Ed Torrenson, he don't have much speed. I'm afraid of him hitting into a double play here. So we'll have Hector now with first and third. What happened there? Wait a second here. When Boyer was intentionally walked, you're telling me that scored him from third? That shouldn't have happened. All right, let's do that again. I just realized an intentional walk here. Not score a runner. There we go. And now we'll pitch hit with Hector. Sorry about that, folks. I just realized, like I say, for some reason it scored Yogi from third on the intentional walk. So we got first and third now, 1 out. Tigers looking to turn 2 with Lopez up. And that's a swing and a miss, strike 3. Hector goes down on strikes. That's a big strikeout for LARY. That'll bring up Bobby Richardson now. It'll take a 2-out base hit. Bobby's 0 for 2. He struck out and grounded back to the pitcher. And that's what the Yanks was looking for. Well, maybe not, because Al Kaline makes a great running catch, folks. And that is the end of the inning, folks. Thought that ball was going to drop in for a base hit. Al Kaline takes away a scoring single from Richardson. We go to the top of the 6th. It's still 2-1 Yankees. Ralph Terry's going to come in here and pitch, folks. And he'll be facing Norm, Cash, Burris, and Wood here in the top of the 6th. Here's the pitch to Cash. And that's going to be ball 4. And Terry walks Cash. That's not what we brought him in for. Old Bob's sitting on the bench over there shaking his head thinking that's what I was doing. I could have stayed in the game. Here's Steve Burris up now. And that's going to be 2 balls and no strikes on Steve. Is he going to take advantage of this count? And he sure does. He squares this ball up against Ralph Terry. And Terry sure don't have his good stuff right now. That ball is deep to left field, down the line. Yogi looks up, and that's a home run, folks. And the Tigers take a 3-2 lead here with Steve Burris's home run. So Ralph's getting roughed up. Bob's shaking his head. He just lost the win there. Let's see if the Yankees can come back here. Here's the pitch to Jake Wood. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. So Terry settles down after the walk and the home run. Here comes Rourke up now. He is 0 for 1 with a walk. He hits that ball down the Boyer at third. Over to Skowern. That's 2 outs. Frank LARY's up now with nobody on, but he's got the lead now. And that's going to be hit down the first. Skowern's got it. He tosses it over to Terry covering, and that'll end the inning. But the Tigers scored 2 on the home run by Boris and lead this game 3-2 now, folks. We got Quebec, Maris, and Mantle due up here in the 6th. Can they get that run back? Here's the pitch to Tony. And that ball is hit bound to the mound. And Frank's got it. Fires over to first for out number 1. Here's Roger. Roger's 1 for 2 with a double and scored. He flew out to right his last time up. And that's going to be a error on the pitcher. Frank comes up with it, throws that ball in the dirt. Norm Cash was lucky enough to keep it in front of him, keeps Roger down at first. And that sets up the Mick again with a runner on. Mick's having a heck of a day today. He's 1 for 2 with a 2-run homer, folks. Let's see if he can do something with Roger down at first. And that's going to be a single in the right field. Roger's going to motor on down the third. So we got first and third now with Moose up. And on the 0-1 count, there goes Mick. He's trying to steal second, folks. Mick's heading down the second. He's going to be in there safe. That'll be an 0-2 count, though, on Moose. But he's got runners in scoring position. And that'll force the Tigers to bring the infield in on the 0-2 count to Skowern. And that's a fly ball in the center field. And that's deep. That's back near the monuments. Both runners will tag up here, folks. So the Yankees tie this game up on the sacrifice fly by Moose. And now Mick's down at third with 2 outs. And we got Yogi up now. He got a single his last time, a double his last time up. Let's see if he can get a 2-out base hit and get Mick in and take the lead here, folks. And that's a fly ball in the right field. Colavito's got it. And that'll end the inning. But the Yankees tie this game up, folks. It's 3 apiece. We go to the 7th inning. Got the top of the order due up here for the Tigers against Terry, McLeaf, Kaline, and Maxwell. Here's the pitch to Dick. He is 1 for 3 today, and that's a swing and a miss, strike 3. 1 out here in the 7th. Here's Al Kaline now. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. Richardson near the bag. Gets it, fires over the Moose. 2 outs. And that'll bring up Smokey Maxwell. He's over 2 with a walk today. And that ball is hit down the second also. Richardson goes to his left, gets it, and he'll fire that ball over to the Moose. And that's a 1-2-3 inning for Terry this time. We go to the 7th inning stretch, folks. And we got Blanchard, Boyer, and Terry due up here. We'll see what happens here, if they'll pitch hit for Terry or not. Here's the pitch to Blanchard. And that's a single in the right field. He pulled that ball. Rocky got over and cut it off. avoiding a double by Moose. Moose is not the most fleeted foot there. So I mean Blanchard. So Blanchard's down at first with nobody out. Here's Clint Boyer, and here's the pitch to Clint. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. And Steve Burris throws over the first. Scowen will get down the second. And we'll definitely have a pitch hitter now here for Terry with Moose in scoring position. And who are they going to bring in? They're going to bring Bob Serve out here to pitch hit. See if Bob can drive in the go-ahead run here with Moose. It'll take a ball hitting the gap, that's for sure. Like I say, Moose ain't got much speed. See if Bob can get the job done here. Here's the pitch to Serve. And that ball is hit, I think, down the second. Yeah, it's a line drive to second. They throw over to second. Blanchard does get back just barely. Avoids the double play. So that's 2 outs now for Bobby Richardson. Can he come through here with a 2-out base hit? Bobby's 0 for 3. He struck out, grounded back to the pitcher, and flew out to center. And he pops this ball up on the infield, folks. And Jake Wood calls for it, and that is out number 3. The Yankees leave Blanchard down at second. We go to the 8th. It's a 3-3 tie. And let's see, are they going to go with Ruffin or Tex here in the 8th? I think they're going to go with Howe here. Let's see. Yeah, they're going to go with Howe here in the 8th inning. We'll have Tex warming up just in case Howe gets into some trouble. He'll be facing heart of the lineup here. You got, well, the middle part of the lineup. I won't say the heart. Colavito, Cash, and Burris. See if he can get through this here in the 8th and keep this game tied up and give the Yankees a shot here in the bottom of the 8th. Here's the pitch to Rocky. He is 0 for 2 with a walk. And he's going to walk again. That's been the Achilles heel for this game for the Yanks. That's another base on balls. Take a look at the box score here, folks, and see how many walks that is for Yankee pitchers. Too many, I can tell you that. Way too many. That is the 7th walk by Yankees pitchers, folks. That brings up Norm Cash now with nobody out and Colavito down at first. And believe it or not, Ruffin just walked Cash. So, sure. Not what you wanted here in the 8th inning. It brings up Steve Burris now, first and second, nobody out. Yankees need that doctor's order. They got a double play order. And believe it or not, folks, Ruffin has just walked the freaking bases loaded. Sure. Unbelievable. Yankees will have to bring the infield in here for Jake Wood. Bases juiced. Nowhere to put him at. And he squares this ball up, folks. And Jake Wood blasts that ball into the left field gap. And that'll score Cash from second. Burris will stop down at third. And Tigers take a 2-run lead here, folks. And still nobody out. And we got second and third. And that'll be it for Ruffin as he don't get a single soul out here, folks. Sure. And they're going to bring in Tex. See if he can get out of this mess with only 2 runs scoring. How Ruffin gets roughed up. And there's fireworks in this ball game. It's just not Yankees fireworks right now, folks. Tex will come in here in a heck of a mess. Alrighty, Yankees will bring the infield in. Here's the pitch to Mike. He's 0 for 2 and walked. And that's going to be a fly ball in the right field. And Steve Burris is going to score on that fly ball, folks. And Jake Wood's going to wind up down at second on a sacrifice fly. And it's 1 out, but it's a 6-3 ball game, and Wood's still down at third with only 1 out here, folks. And they're going to pitch hit for Frank. They're going for the killer instinct here. They're going to pitch hit for Frank. See who they're going to bring in here against Tex. And that's going to be Bill Burton's going to come out here to pitch hit. And again, the Yankees got to keep that infield in. It's already a 3-run lead. There's Bill Burton. Alrighty, 1 out, a runner on at third. Here's the pitch to Burton. And he squares this one up, folks. The Tigers aren't done yet. And that ball is deep. That ball is back. Bill Burton goes the other way, hits that ball out of here in the left field, folks. No doubt about her. Sure. And the Tigers are now up 8-3. The wheels came off of this wagon here in the 8th, folks. Shoo. All started off with all them walks. Nice piece of pitch hitting by Bill Burton. That clears the bases. Might be a home run rally killer. Here's the top of the order now for Tex. And nope, they're not done yet, folks. That's a single in the right field. Leaf gets on base. He's 2 for 5, and that brings up Al Kaline. Here's the pitch to Kaline, and that is going to be hit down the second. And Bobby will throw down the Quebec to get out number 2. So that puts Kaline down at first with 2 outs. Here's Charlie Maxwell. And that ball is hit down the Boyer. They'll fire over to first to end the inning. But the Tigers score 5, folks. And take an 8-3 lead. Oh, man is right, Tim. I think they batted around. Let's check the scorecard here. Oh, they're waiting for a pitcher. Waiting for a pitcher here. I think they're not going to mess around here. I think they're going to go with Fox, even though this ain't a save opportunity. Yep, they're bringing in Fox. Bringing in the big boy here. They don't want this game to get out of control. I'm going to try to put the nail in the coffin here, because I think it's been a while since Terry's pitched. Yeah, so Terry's going to come on here. Try to put the nail in the coffin against these Yankees and get a split out of this holiday doubleheader. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they went through the lineup. We'll take a look here. They sure did. Everybody got up. Except for Frank. Yeah, sure. All righty, here we go to the bottom of the eighth. The Yankees needing a big rally here in the eighth inning. At least cut this deficit and make it reasonable in the ninth. And they got the big boys coming up here against Fox, Quebec, Maris, and Mantle. And that's another reason to bring Fox in the eighth inning. Got the heart of the lineup due up. Tony's 0 for 3. Let's see if he can get on for them and them boys. No, he pops this ball up behind home plate. Rourke's got it. Out number 1. Here comes Roger. Roger's 1 for 3 with a double here, folks. And that's a swing and a miss. Strike 3. 2 outs here in the eighth. Up to Mick to start a nice rally here. Mick's 2 for 3, having a hell of a game. He's got a home run, 2 RBIs, and a stolen base. And that's going to be a fly ball. No, it's a pop fly in the third base. Boris has got it. 1, 2, 3 goes the Yanks. We go to the ninth inning. It's still 8 to 3 Tigers. You got Calavito, Cash, and Boris due up here. Here's the pitch to Rocky. And that ball is hit down the Boyer. He fields it, fires over the first, 1 out. Brings up Norm Cash now. And that's going to be a single in the center. Cash is aboard here with 1 out. Nick couldn't quite get to it. Takes it on a hop. Brings up Steve Boris. He had a home run his last time up, folks. He is 1 for 3 with a walk. And that's a hit by pitch, and the Tigers come out, folks. That's the third batter hit. And after hitting a home run, they're out there talking. Looks like there might be a brawl. Heads prevail. They separate. The bullpens come out. Nobody throws any punches, but sure, I'd be scared if I was coming up for the Yankees in the ninth. Sure way. Not what you want to see here. Here's Jake Wood now with runners on first and second and only 1 out. And that's what the doctor ordered. That's a 4-6-3 double play, folks. Yankees get out of it with no run scoring, but now let's see what happens here to Moose, Bearer, and Boyer. I'm not Boyer, Blanchard. See if anybody gets plunked here by Fox. Got a 5-run lead, so if he wants to hit somebody, this is a good game to do it. Here's the pitch to Moose. And that's a ground ball down the short. Easy play over the first, 1 out. Here's Yogi. And that's a base on balls. He was throwing inside. I don't know if he was trying to hit Yogi or what, but he walks him. So Yogi's down at first. You hear a little bit of muffling in the Yankees dugout. That brings up Johnny Blanchard. He's 1 for 3 today, folks. And there you go. Kaplunk. Johnny Blanchard is hit, folks. And guess what? The umpire just ejected Fox from the game. And you seen that coming. You just knew it was going to come. So Fox has been kicked out of the game. The Yankees and Tigers are out there in the mound arguing and carrying on. But that is it for Fox. Sure. You could see that coming. That was the third hit batter for the Tigers. They've had enough. And like I say, Boris hit that home run. So who's the Tigers going to go to finish out this game, folks? Is this what the Yankees needed to get the juices flowing? They're going to bring in Fred Gladding to try to close this out here in the ninth. Like you say, the Yankees are all fired up. Might have just been the spark needed. That is amazing, ain't it, how the dice worked him? Unbelievable. All righty, that brings up Clint Boyer now, first and second. Only one out here. And that's a pop up in the infield. And Boris takes charge. He makes the call and makes the catch. And that is out number 2. We'll have a pitch hitter here for Tex. And that'll be Elston Howard's going to come out here to pitch hit. Can he keep this game going for the Yanks? A 3-run homer put him right back in it. Of course, there's 2 outs, though. All righty, here's the pitch to Howard. And that's going to be a ball hit down the first. And Cash has got it. He comes up with it. And he tosses it over the Gladden covering. And that's your ball game, folks. What a wild one here. There was fireworks all over the place. You had hit batters, fights, ejections, and home runs. Can't ask for more than that on the 4th of July. Let's take a look at the box score here. And the Tigers get the split in the doubleheader. That's only the second time they've beaten the Yankees this year out of, I think that was game number 11. We'll have to look. Tigers 8 runs on 7 hits in an error. The Yankees 3 runs on 5 hits in an error. You had the big home runs by Boris and Burton. You had McKeef at the top of the lineup going 2 for 5. You had Wood with 2 RBIs with his double. Work with 2 RBIs and never got a base hit thanks to all the walks. And for the Yankees, they waste a Mickey Mantle home run. Roger had a double, and so did Yogi. Mick was 2 for 4, and like I say, they wasted a good game there. And he also had a stolen base, which is rare for the Yanks. Frank LARY, 7 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs, only 2 of them earned. Walked 1, struck out 4, and gave up that home run to Mick. Fox came in, pitched an inning and a third, walked 1, struck out 1. Of course, the walk was really a hit batter. And then Gladden came in and got the final 2 outs, folks. And the Yankees, Turley, 5 innings, 2 hits, 1 run, 5 walks, 2 strikeouts. And he's asking, why in the hell was I taken out? Well, it was the 5 walks, folks. He was just wild, and when he's trying to go for the big inning and pitched hit for him, Terry comes in, pitches in 2 innings, gave up a hit, 2 runs, walked 1, struck out 2, and gave up the home run. Ruffin came in, couldn't get a single solo out, gave up a hit and 3 walks. And Tex comes in and gives up 3 hits, a run, and of course one of them was the big home run by Burton. Okay, let's do some fast play here in the American League. You got the Indians traveling to Baltimore here on the 4th of July. Let's see what happens down in B-More down I-95. And the Orioles win a close one here on July 4th. The Indians 3 runs on 7 hits and 2 errors. The Orioles 4 runs on 7 hits and 2 errors. And we got a double hitter out in California. You got the Kansas City A's taking on the Angels. See what happens here in the doubleheader. And the A's win the first game, 6 runs on 12 hits and no errors. The Angels, 3 runs on 5 hits and 2 errors. See if the home team can get a split here today on the 4th of July. Yeah, they do. They beat up on the A's in game number 2. 3 runs on 5 hits and 2 errors. The Angels, 10 runs on 13 hits and an error. And we got a double hitter in Minnesota too, folks. You got the White Sox traveling there to take on the Twins. Here's game number 1. And a close ball game, a slugfest. Like I say, a lot of fireworks in these games. Not all of them off the field. The White Sox, 7 runs on 12 hits, no errors. The Twins, 8 runs on 13 hits and an error. See if the Twins can sweep this doubleheader at home. No, the White Sox win a close one. 6 runs on 9 hits and no errors. The Twins, 5 runs on 11 hits and no errors. And the last American League game is in the nation's capital. You got to have a 4th of July game in D.C., right? You got the Red Sox traveling to D.C. See if the Red Sox ruin the 4th of July party in Washington. No, the Senators win. There's fireworks going off all over the place. Red Sox, 7 runs on 11 hits and an error. The Senators, 9 runs on 7 hits and 3 errors. Let's take a quick look here. Like I say, I think the Yankees are like 9-2 against the Tigers. Let's take a quick look here, folks, and then we'll look at the standings. Let's see here. The Yankees. And where's the Tigers at? Right here. Yeah, the Yankees are 9-2 against the Tigers. That was only their second win. They play each other 19 times. So the Yankees, with one more win, guarantees they win the series. So now let's take a look at the standings here, folks. And that'll be the big difference. 9 wins against the Tigers. That is the difference in the standings. Yeah, 9-7 is a big game, ain't it? The Yankees hold on to a 4-run lead against the Tigers with splitting that doubleheader. Baltimore is 6.5 games back. The Twins 9 games. White Sox 10.5. Angels 13. Red Sox 16. Indians 17.5. The Senators get out of last place. They was tied for last place with the win, 24 games back. And the Kansas City Athletics, the A's, are holding everybody up, 24.5 games back, folks. And you got Roger Maris with 30 home runs now leading the American League. And you got Skowron trailing Norm Cash by 1 with RBIs. Cash was 77. You got Mick up to 74 now. See what happened here with Whitey with his ERA. He's got his ERA to 2.51 now, and he's only 1 win behind Jim Bunning, 13. Luis got 16 saves. So that was quite a doubleheader, folks. I think the Braves play the Dodgers in Milwaukee here on July 4th. Let's take a look. I think it's a 2-game series. We played. Yeah, you got Williams against Headley here on July 4th. We'll probably have that game later on today sometime. It's only, going on 5 o'clock Eastern time. Get something to eat maybe later on this evening, play that game. I want to thank Tim D for stopping by here. Yankee Stadium and watching this doubleheader. Exciting games, that's for sure. If you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button, folks, and hit that bell so you can get reminders when things are going on, and hit that like button on your way out. You too, Tim. You take it easy too. Yeah, I thought it was one heck of a game. Until next time, y'all take care.